Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Ivan, and in the last episode we set up the smelting down here. We set up a tiny robot network that does amazing work right now. It needs a bit of stuff, and apparently it still needs the cliff explosives, yes. So we probably need some defenses here, so I'm just going to add some stuff that I saw the bots need. And signals and chain signals. I'm going back here to clear out this box later, I believe, and I think maybe not right now, of course. Well, not of course, but not right now because I don't feel like we need it yet. We will do a recycling train, and by recycling train I mean a train that picks up everything from the storage chests and travels it back to base, where it will be recycled properly. But I think that's way off still. So this thing is doing its job perfectly so far, and I really like the way the stations ended up. So this station thing here is going to happen. Now, I don't know what this is about, but I think I'm going to move it. We don't need a light there. We'll probably place it here, but I'm going to place the tracks first so we see the thingies and how everything will turn out. And also we need to squiggle this. And I guess, let's see, can we can't squiggle it here because of the cliff. So maybe we do it this way and the trains split off down here and then loop around and then off here and then in. But let's move back to base. We need more stuff. We need more train tracks. Let's dump some train tracks so the bots get some work while we're off. Let's see. So train tracks and not all of them. It's fine like that. Train tracks, light and train stop. Now, what's going to happen is that when we get back to base, we'll get deliveries of these things, and then we're going to have too many. That's okay. We have a decent amount of carry capacity. So let's move the train over to this side and then go back. Let's say solid fuel, get in. And let's go. So this is what we're going to do now, and what we need, what I'm going back for, one of the things at least, is the bots. We need many more construction bots, and that's something we have in the box. Good. Let's start new research as well. And it would be nice to start making modules. I think which is the one we need for the science? Well, that doesn't matter. Let's make modules we want to use actually. So let's do one machine here. This is for new chests, but let's temporarily use those for tier 1 modules. I think it's nice to get the ball running because we can actually use these. I'm not sure if we're going to use these though, but as long as we aren't doing that much science, we might as well. Oh, that's a good one. We might as well use the resources for something. So 100 bots, is that too many? Let's bring 100, not 101, but 100. Good. These craft so fast when you have the materials already made. These things take ages to make, but they stack up and we have a slight buffer. That's nice. So shooting speed and shooting speed. Okay, so we also need to bring the rails with the iron plates somewhere. So how do we do that? We can import it here and add more. What I also should do while we're here is to make some cliff explosives, or should I? That's the thing. Do we want to blow up the terrain, or do we want to try to adapt to the terrain? If we blow it up, this station can be so much bigger, and it makes it so much easier. And if we blow up one of these, we can easily travel in here as well. But the terrain doesn't really matter anymore if we build them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some, but I won't use unless we, or do I? No, I'm going to build and use. I can't seem to agree with myself, and as we stated before, agreeing with oneself is a good first step. So I'm going to hold off on this and see. The discussion can be brought up later. Let's see. So we have the bots, we have all our things that we request. We don't have a full stack of storage tanks, but we don't need that at all. We have too many stone furnaces, but it's fine. So let's actually make this place. So you can skip ahead to this place, and this train can go here. All the way down. Yes, of course, all the way down there. And then we ride. It's so fast riding by train. I'm impressed every time. There we go. And now, let's see how much we need. This place is done. All we need is a cliff explosive, and I have no idea where that is. Might be here. No, that's a fish. So let's not deconstruct the fish. But let's see if we can find the cliff. This is a cliff. Might be here. No. Oh, I can do a huge click and drag. There. We found it. It's here. Good. Hold shift to do a huge click and drag, and found it eventually. Yeah, so no more orders, so no more blinkies. Okay, just took a moment to update. And this place is done. I'm going to toggle the roboport because now we're going to make this. And here we have a line for fuel, but down here we don't have any fuel. So either we have to bring a train to fuel the station, I guess, or we have to do something else. This is a pump. We don't need a pump. And we're going to need to change these because we copied these. So this one needs a new name. It's going to be iron pickup, and we need it to be blue, slightly blue at least. Let's see if we can get it like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. Okay, and let's make the train as well because I want to see this color on the train. And snap. And then the cargo wagon. Snap, snap. And I think I'm going to leave room for 4. This is going to be a bigger train than the last one. And 4. Nice. We might make a train with just the one to travel it to the base if we can't fit it in, but I think it's good for now. Like so, and then we get some fuel for the train. That's an extremely slow way of getting fuel for the train. So I'm going to copy, paste, 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 and then we're not going to finish these just yet. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove them and replace with generic train station, because then we won't mess up anything. And oh, that's a good color. That's a nice color on the iron train. So this part is broken. Yes. So let's get it in here and go like that. But of course, oh, this is so how many lines do we need here really? This is going to be upgraded to blue lines, so let's see if we can move the underground here. Yeah, that works. Okay. And maybe later if we blow up, we get room here. So there we go. And it's okay to split a red belt into 2, I think. Do we want to split it into 4? Can do. So, or maybe this one I struggled with in the last playthrough. So there's room for 6 chests, but if you split a belt into 2 and 2, that's 4, and that into 2 again is 8. So if you either do 8 or 4 and 4, it doesn't fit with 6. So the last time we could do 12, like so, or 12 with on the other side and then use undergroundies. But to do that, I think we need blue belts, so that's not going to happen right now. Or we can make it easy and just do 4. And 4 now, that's going to happen. So that's like so, and I guess if this one, I don't like this fuel solution right now because the product is going in this way. So we might do the fueling somewhere else. Well, as long as we have room for it, we might as well do it like this. Let's go under here and here. So this is the one we're going to start with. That's a bit awkward. How many do we want? How many can we make? Let's check. Let's do more smelting columns. I think we're going to do as many as we can here. And it's not going to be this belt. I didn't think ahead. I didn't really plan for how many we want. So we need to tear down the power pole here. And here we go. And then we paste this thing here and there. Is that a fit? Yeah, that's a match. And remove this. And let's zoom in a bit so we can see if it fits. Ah, that's very hard in the dark. So let's align it with... So let's see. I'm just going to look at it. It's here. There, there, there. And then we go over and not overlapping the belts, but there. Good. So that was really hard. We also don't need to split off here. I'm going to have so much iron now. But we can do it here, actually. Yeah. And yeah, that's nice. And then this one can be split. Let's say here. And oh, and maybe let's remove these. Boss have so much work to do now and not enough electricity. So this one I'm just going to do a small copy to see if that can fit. It doesn't unless we do a small change. So let's remove this part and then add here. Because if this one goes here, yes, of course, we just snuggle it up here. That's quite tight, I guess. It's all the way hugging the things, but I like it. So there we go. And here we had to do a change like so. This is nice. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think these 4 will only make a red belt because there's only 48 each. So how much can this thing cover? It can't cover all of it. So let's connect here, and that should be enough. Good. And then get a chest. And then dump all of the furnaces. Turn off this. And check what we need. We need all of the yellows. Plop. Probably more than what we inserted now. And then 50 of these. Let's do all of them. And yeah, that's it, I guess. It says 600 needed, but I think because it has the red, no, it doesn't though. It still needs a whole bunch of transport belts and some splitters. Okay, so a full red belt. Now we have, I'm just going to find out how many of the miners we need to fill a red belt. A red belt is 30, and by default you need 60 because they mine 1 every half a second. It says second line to the right here under electric mining drill, mining speed 0.5 a second. But we have mining productivity, so plus 20%. So we need to get to 60. And we have plus 20%. So if we do 50 plus 20% of 50, which is 10, we are at 60. And that makes me happy. So a very easy number to work with. 50 is what we need. Let's turn on this and remove some vegetation and start counting to 50. So that's 27. That's 59. Does that cover all of them? Let's see. Yeah, that's 59. So that's not too bad. And we're out of belts. Let's sneak some back. So this one can go here and here and here. And this one can go here and down and here. Good. So that's one. Then we need to find 50 more. That's 39. Okay, this is going to be one of those. That's 83. So what we're going to do here is either just use the 83. Let's see. If those two are used for that, and then we have this one, that's 50 on its own. Okay, yeah. So 83 is fine because we're going to have more than what we need for these 4. Might do adaptations or small changes if... Oh, it's a bit annoying to get all of this iron ore. Let's loop it up here so it doesn't take any room. Then let's see, let's do some cleaning. This is great because let's see, because we won't take any room of the, or we won't use any of the space here for uranium miners. Do we need this belt at all? 1, 2, 3, and 4. No. So, of course, because this one isn't a thing. Good. Then let's do some here, and here, and here. And then here, that's number 3. And that's, this one was 50. Good. And this one is unpowered. So we need a power pole. Let's do it here. And then, is this thing 50 as well? Probably isn't. No, not enough. But this is the last belt, so we can combine. And that's nice, because right now we need to combine, but when we get some more mining efficiency, 46 is going to be enough. But later on, we're going to do the blue belts anyway, so we don't need to plan that far ahead. Good. So we have done the mining. We have inserted them into the thing. Now we need to get the product to the train. And to do that, we are going to need a whole bunch of belts. So here, and then here. And here, 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 and there, and then up there. And now we need to make sure we don't connect. We don't want this one. Oh, we're going to remove that actually. That's going to give us a couple of extra belts as well, because we do not need the ore to travel this far up. We just need it to get to the inserter, and then the out belt can go all the way up, because the out belt is going here. Good. Bots are having fun. Let's get the bots back into our pockets and let's do a count. So we're going to need lamps. We're going to need belts. I'm going to increase the cap of the belts in the base. And I'm also going to build a turnaround here. One of those little things. And then we're going to activate this again and drive the train back home. On manual, because we need to build on the way. So while that one is building, I can grab a sip of coffee. Okay, so it's getting the bots from the base to build this for us actually, and then the pocket bots will build some of it as well. Does this one connect now? I think it does. I think it's just that one extra. Yeah. This one looks so strange, but that's because this one can go this way. So there's one extra tile that overlaps. And then we go back to base. This will be much better when we get the building train up and going, but I want the iron in base, maybe the copper as well before we start doing that. When we do the copper, it's going to be a lot faster because everything is just going to be copy paste, I believe. And we're going to plan ahead a bit so we have a bunch of things. Like we already have enough ovens, furnaces, yeah, for smelting arrays. And then let's see. Oh, I forgot to dump the ore. That's okay though, because we're going back down there. We're just going to grab something. We're going to grab belts. This is fun because this is blowing up the iron system again. And how much do we have? Yeah, that's nice. And logistics. Do we have belts? Yeah, but it's 500 to infinite. That's nice. So they won't take away any of that. And then we need all of these. That's 200. Good. I think that's it. I think that should be it to finish this. Let's quickly look at it. So we need a whole bunch of belts. We also need electric poles. I'm going to grab some more of those, of the medium ones. Do we not request medium power poles? Oh, here. Good. Let's manually request a few more. And there we go. And by request, I mean pick up from chest, of course. So stuff is building. Iron is struggling. It will be so nice when we get the iron back. Now, do we want to make a station down here? I think we might. I think we might, because this is a better way to get it in. And if we do I lost my train of thought there. Oh, 50. Oh, 50. Good. Where is the green ones? Yeah, the green ones. Is it going to be very annoying to place these? I don't think so. No, I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to expand here. I'm also going to expand these, I think, because it looks like we are actually making enough red chips. I didn't think we would, but apparently our production is amazing. And that surprises me, because our our production is utter crap. So it's nice to see that we have stuff going. We are doing some science as well while we're doing this. So yeah, apparently we don't need copper. Copper is one of those things where everyone thinks we need 500 million, and we do, but not until we get blue chips. Before that, it's quite chill on the need spectre, I guess. We don't need that many. So here we need a radar, and we also need to move, or I think we have a radar, we just didn't power it. Let's see if we can move between these. Yes. You need squeak through anyway. So here. Let's help the bots out. Why aren't you powered now? You are? Oh, there is no lamp here. Okay. It's just lamps that aren't placed, I believe. Oh, so many bots. Yeah, the bots can do their thing. They'll chase us, and oh, okay. A struggling bot is hard to watch, so we'll pick it up and make it happy. There we go. Now we have a radar, and we have protection. I'm not sure if this is enough protection, but it's something. Maybe one there as well. Good. We want to mine this at some point as well, but I don't think we need to right now, because the field we just set up is huge. So I guess we start. Oh jeez, so many trees, getting stuck in them. Maybe we should remove the trees in the middle of the smelters as well. And I'm going to get rid of these before these get their own product. That's nice. And yeah, the reason they aren't getting any is because we don't have the belts yet. So let's continue on this side. I think the poor bots. I'm going to shut you off for a bit. Let's reload in the pocket, everyone. And let's see what we need. We still need some of these. Oh, and they're out of electricity. Now this armor did just fine. I'm surprised. I think they might have buffed them because I seem to remember they were useless, but it might be just me building more of them. I don't remember if they changed them or not. So here we have thing. I'm guessing one red belt a wagon. Well, I'm not guessing, I'm planning. And here we go. Making it as tight as possible here, because then we might be able to squeak through more belts. One on top here, undergroundy, and one between here. Yeah, that's just fine. So here we have a huge belt going and going and going. This kind of building is fun. I like it. And going. That one is too tall, much too tall. There we go. And there we go. And that's too long, much too long. And plop. So, power balls and red belts, and maybe a half a stack of bots as well. And red belts and power balls. Well, not in there, of course. Into the chest. We have the... There. Good, good. So, loops around. And here. Why aren't you looping around though? Because missing the belt and it's inside the build area. So this is going to happen no matter what we do, I believe. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add a couple more. And while the bots are having fun building all of this, we'll finish the things here. So I think we have stacks now, stack inserters. That's nice. That's nice. These ones are much more important than these ones. I'm not even sure if we need them, but that's fine. So let's lock these to iron plates. And it doesn't look like we can click and drag something to select a whole wagon. It would be nice to be able to do that, but it's fine like this. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm bound to send the trains in a wrong location at some point. So I middle clicked to select the filter, and then shift right click, copy, shift left click to paste, and then I copied a full wagon, shift right click there, and shift left click to paste. So all of the wagons have the filter. And that's a nice thing to do, because if we build another train, we can copy this train, or we can find the wagon and shift right click to copy. So at some point now, we should be getting the, oh, good timing. Oh, still missing one. Ah, there we go. Bot is on it. So while this might seem like a success, it's not, because we have nowhere to deliver it. It can't really travel at all. So this thing needs a thing here and a thing here, and this thing move up there. Good. Chain signal. I feel like this should be a normal signal. So let's make it a normal signal. Power armor done. Oh, new battery. Good, but everything needs new materials now, so we can't really make them. Okay. So it looks like stacks are needed. They can't grab everything. They seem a bit awkward while picking it up though. So I'm not sure. This is just one red belt. Four stack inserters for one red belt seems too much. But I guess it's awkward to pick them up while it's flowing like this. And because this one is just boop, boop, and it's done. Let's see, military, no, speed module, sure. Oh, and modules. Let's place our green modules. That's so nice. And I guess we have to manually place them unless we deconstruct and construct again. So I'm going to get the bottom 3, that's 6 and 12. Yeah, good enough. This one is going to make a whole lot more than the other one, so there we go. Now it doesn't matter if you have 2 in 1 or 1 in 2, as long as they work at all times, and it's these ones, because the way they lower it is flat, dependent on how much they use. So you save the same amount of power. The flat reduction is additive. So if this one is 40% consuming and this one is 100, it's 140. That's the same as if both were 70 or negative 30 on each. Let's do this part now. Let's see if we can. Nope. Needs to be here then. Yeah. Oh, that's awkward. Hard to deconstruct. There we go. And then we find a way to get here. No, silly cliff. We need it here then. Okay. And yeah, this is going to be very silly, because if we're going to go down here anyway, we might as well just do that instead of connecting here at all. It would be nice to connect here though. Let's see. Let's lay our tracks here, because if we go above this one here, then it needs to be above this one. Okay, so we try here and here. I'm not turning on the bots just yet because I want to see how it ends up. And here, and then we do diagonal, and we don't have a diagonal blueprint, so let's make one. That's here, and this one is a bit funny because when you do diagonal, it's, let's see, we're going to have a space of 3 between, and that's 1, 2, 3, and then here. It's going to look like it's a lot closer than the other one. This gap seems a lot bigger than this gap, I feel. But we're going to keep it like this anyway. So, there, no, there, yes. And then this thing, and as far as possible. I don't know, here I believe. And as far as possible. Okay, need to drag the belt a bit further, the rails. And then make sure we get it aligned, and that would be there. Good, and then the light on every other, and we need to connect with the cables as well. So cable, we have the red ones, Hopefully we have parts for the green ones. We do. 2 of those. So up here and then down here and from here to here and the other way around with the green ones. And then we remove the excess here and here. I think that's a nice way of doing this. Let's get the bots to help out a bit. Does this look aligned? It looks decent. Sure, this is good enough for a diagonal blueprint for now. So this one, let's remove that from the bar. And then, let's also deconstruct this when we get back. I'm not going to wait for that while we actually have building to do. So this means we need to make turns, so it happens something like so. I'm not sure exactly where to place these. Let's try touching the lower one because it might be easier to look into. Yeah, that's fine actually. So this is going to be the turn. And here we go. This is not needed. This is not needed. Then we have these as well. Good. Yeah, that is nice actually. So but what do we do down here? This thing, this belt can be underground, and this thing can be copied. So it's now also possible to copy with trains. I'm not going to, but it is possible. I think we do that by clicking the shift button and adding the trains, yes. And adding station names works as well. So that's a nice way to do things. You can actually hover and you can remove everything but the train as well, I think. Let's try for science. Yeah. So this is only going to be a blueprint for a train. That looks so weird, but that's functional in other places. So we need a station that's going to be like this. And because we come down here, maybe we do the station downwards. I think that's nice. I like it. So we go here for the train station. And then we find one of these magical 90-degree turns here. And plop there. And let's see. It's not allowing us to build over here, so we need to do something like this. And remove this. Oh no, out of power. Oh geez. There we go. And then somehow we connect here. Well, that somehow wasn't a very difficult one, I guess. And down here we also do a 90-degree there. And hopefully this goes below the cliff that we saw is going to collide with. Oh, and it didn't collide with the... No. Okay. So we need... I think the easiest way to get it past here is to cross... this thing out, like so, and plop it down one below. that would be here. Here. It's hard to see. So let's cross this out and plop that down. And this. Let's see. Oh, that was so awkward. There. And then we X this out and get down here. Okay, that should work. We need to move this thing. And we need to add this thing. Yeah, this is nice actually. And then we need to somehow loop it back onto the tracks. Oh, this is huge. There's room for so much stuff here, so we can use that later, I think. Let's here, good. And 90 degree, that fits this and fits this. And connect. Good. So now we just need to connect this thing to this thing. That's pretty simple. Maybe we can use one of the magical turns for that. There. Good. And then we tear down this. So I'm looking at the time, and this is a funny square, and I'm always getting distracted by everything because this is so much fun, and it would be nice to get it done today, but I'm looking at the time and it's too much. So as everyone now can see though, is how it's going to end up. So next time I'm going to finish this, and then we're going to see what's happening with our iron, and we might want to do more copper as well, but I think that's going to be this thing. And that means maybe we connect it to do a huge loop and end up somewhere like here for the copper off. Maybe even here. We'll see. Who knows? But this is good. Yeah, it's good. This is good because this is great. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.